Here in Bel Air South, we are a suburb of Baltimore, a metro area of Baltimore. And because we're in a suburb, we have some unique demographics that make up who we are as a community. And so part of our vision is to reach those families, to reach those children, to reach those parents, and really begin to identify with them in this stage of life and the unique needs that meet them. I began to think really of three main goals. We wanted a big exposure. We wanted a lot of people to hear about our church. We wanted a lot of people to get to know that we're in the community. And so to meet that goal, we printed up 1,000 flyers, knocked on 1,000 doors, had conversations with anyone who would open their door, and began to tell people about some events we were holding and a little bit about our church. The second goal was to actually get into relationships and have conversations about Jesus Christ. And so one of the other projects we were doing was a backyard kids club. And so each morning we'd set up in a park, we would have games, tell Bible stories, do crafts, just get to know kids, get to know their families. We were able to share the gospel with the kids each day and talk with their parents about the church and share Christ with parents that were there. And so it gave us a real one-on-one ministry opportunity. That continued into Thursday night, where we hosted a block party at that same park. We invited 1,000 people on with those flyers, and we had 200 some show up, 45 families that our church was in contact with. Of course, we're going to follow up with them. We're going to invite them to our Bible studies, invite them to our church services, and see where God takes those relationships. The third goal was to just simply do some service projects and really help be a blessing to this community. So we spent some time each afternoon at the local elementary school pulling weeds, trying to declutter some of their flower beds, laying down mulch, but ultimately leaving the place better than we found it and helping to be a blessing to this community center here in Abingdon. And so we met all those three goals. We had a great exposure. We had great relationships and contacts with individual people, talking to people about Christ, talking to people about our church plant, and we were able to serve the community in a positive way. We really want to keep our focus on the community. We want to go beyond the four walls of a church building and not get trapped in a church building thinking that God's going to do all the ministry there at that location. But we really wanted to go where people's lives happen. We want to go to community centers, to neighborhoods, to schools, to places where people do life and meet them in their world with the message of Jesus Christ that impacts their lives.